was AJ Lee versus Cameron at the Elimination Chamber 2014.
Who's Cameron? Exactly. Like,
he still doesn't remember Cameron, and he watched the match.
Yes. I don't... Cameron was...
She had 2 title matches, by the way.
2?
She had, like, a handful of matches, and 2 of them were title matches. One was, like, in a gauntlet.
This, like... So, she came in with a wrestler by the name of Brodus Clay, and she was part of a group called the Funkadactyls, which is a horrible name.
And she was the least talented of the 3.
It was a horror... And she was... It's very... Yes.
Very memorable because, you remembered her.
And she's, for some reason, getting a title shot.
A 3.5 minute long match. Another really short one.
Thank God.
AJ came out with Tamina.
Which I didn't even remember.
She was the bodyguard of Tamina.
You mean bodyguard was her... Tamina was her bodyguard.
No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe... I believe that AJ Lee was more important than that. I feel bad for AJ. I really do, because she tried, but Cameron... What do you remember the match exactly, Dan?
I remember that AJ Lee didn't even win clean.
Yeah, AJ won by DQ because...
No, she lost by DQ.
Oh, yeah, she lost by DQ because Tamina got involved.
Yeah, she lost
so she
by
couldn't
DQ.
beat this no-name clean.
No. Because why would you do that for your women's champion?
Why would you do it for your women's champion? The only good, at this point, the only decent woman in the ring
roster.
at the time.
That's it.
The only one.
Do you want to put her over clean? No, why would you?
It was like her and maybe like Natalia, and that was it. And like Eve Torres after that.
Eve Torres was around this
She was
time.
competent, but
She
like...
was okay. She was like, you could give her... She's serviceable, but she's not... Like...
She's still...
not great.
She's still the Vince McMahon eye candy.
Yes, except she wasn't blonde.
Like, this is the era where, like... AJ Lee was talented, but Vince McMahon did everything he can to make her unfuckable. Because
she wasn't, like...
But they also made her slutty. Because she, like, made out with every dude on the roster.
I think that was more to humiliate her.
It didn't make any sense what they did to this woman. It didn't make any... Man. They had her hooking up with Kane. They had her hooking up with Daniel Bryan.
John Cena. CM Punk. Dolph Ziggler at one point.
Yeah. So Vince McMahon believed that she wasn't attractive enough and that she was unfuckable, but yet somehow she's also a slut.
But she's also attractive enough to go out with John Cena and CM Punk?
I don't know. It was so confused. Like, the booking of one of the most talented women in wrestling during the worst time to be that was awful. All her matches, we went through all the matches in 2014.
Yeah.
And every single one was less than 5 minutes long.
Yep.
There was even a battle royal of 10 women in there, still less than 5 minutes long.
Yep. Because it was just kind of match starts, everyone get out of the pool.
So it pains me. So it pains both of us to put AJ Lee in like one of the worst matches we've seen so far, but she absolutely is, and it's so bad. Cameron,
even AJ Lee,
Cameron
tried
looked
her
sloppy.
Best, but she couldn't do a damn thing.
Wasn't it Cameron's DDT that looked like she like missed it?
Yes. Yes.
Cameron was the least talented of her group, and that's saying a lot because Brodus Clay is also terrible.
He's still wrestling, isn't he?
No, he's retired now, mercilessly, but his one match with EC3 is on the list.
Oh my god.
It's bad. Hard Times. It's like literally from the show called Hard Times.
Yeah.
Where he lost the world title, but he couldn't hit the ropes. He was like missing the first rope and hitting the second rope somehow when he was bouncing off of it.
How do you do that?
Exactly. He was so bad by the end of his career. So we'll have to get to him at some point. It was for the NWA world title. One of the most prestigious championships in wrestling.
Moving on.
So, anything else you remember of AJ Lee and Cameron, though?
Not really. Just kind of the finish and the fact that it was bad. It wasn't... The fact that Cameron was a nobody that really couldn't wrestle. And AJ Lee was dealt a really awful hand.
Yeah, I really feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get into the next one. The next one is another women's match, and again, it's not their fault. They weren't ready. They were still in wrestling school. This is on their rookie show. They were on live television doing this, Dan. They were not ready for this match. They were not. They were still wrestling school. I can't emphasize enough that they should not have been in this position. Caitlyn versus Maxine, and you said, who the fuck is Maxine? Exactly the problem.
I know who Caitlyn is. I don't know who Maxine is.
Caitlyn's claim to fame was that she accidentally won the Divas Championship and they had to call an audible, and she had a 120-day reign because of it.
And she was bad.
It was
her finisher was a spear, wasn't it?